Gooners, avert your eyes. But today we speak of a girl untouched by your degeneracy. A flower that cannot be plucked. The most ungoonable being in the entire anime girl roster. Waguri Kaoruko. Emitting such a pure light, it made the Gooners let go of their sausage and look in the mirror, causing a Goon ceasefire. She can fix you as the yin, to I can fix her as yang.
Not gooning to her isn't just a choice to be made. It's the same as slapping your belly after a good meal. It is done without a second thought. As a random person online said, it's like someone saying I don't beat children every time they walk into a room. It goes without being said. But how does she manage to be the light at the end of the tunnel in a school full of the most prissy people, along with being directly next to a school full of the stupidest, most despicable, and most aggressive men out there?
It's simple, really. Her kindness is immeasurable. You seriously can't find a single thing bad about her. Would anyone deserve a being of such purity? The main character, Rintaro, has a very intimidating visage. Despite being very passive, he's very calm. And he goes to the public high school where even amongst these low lives, he is ranked low. His parents run a bakery where he works to help them out from time to time, where we are first introduced to Waguri. Waguri is eating cake by herself in the little corner of the restaurant, and the first thing the main character thinks is that she's a middle schooler because of her very tiny stature. When he does see her, she leaves hurriedly because presumably embarrassment from being seen eating too much. The next night she arrives again, wanting to speak with him.
She meets him there and buys cake for him at his own place, even though she's hungry herself. She wanted to clear things up because it really did look like she was scared running away from him. Because of his reputation, his whole life, people have been scared of him, looks like a skeleton, people don't really like him that much.
After she left the shop, she started walking to the train station, where on the way over there she actually got
assaulted
by a few men who saw her standing with Rintaro, and they don't like him just because of the way he looks. That's actually racist.
Extremely racist.
Even though she was being assaulted and threatened, she still defended Rintaro behind his back, saying that he was a good guy and that they should talk to him. When they go to actually hit Waguri, Rintaro jumps in front of her and defends her, hurting himself in the process. Waguri gives him a handkerchief. It's adorable. And they both go their separate ways at the train station. And then next morning, he looks outside the window and sees Waguri at the girls' school.
Even though they just had the most amazing interaction, we've seen Waguri be amazing and avoid prejudice and be the most beautiful person that she is with all of her purity. The perfect person for Rintaro, even not being scared of him when everyone else his whole life has been terrified of him, doesn't like him because of his appearance. She has treated him so differently, but he thinks I'm bad for her, we don't deserve each other, especially because she goes to the nice school and I go to this dump across the street. She's too good for me, too good to be true, simply not worth it. But when leaving school, she is sitting in front waiting for him. It causes a scene, and all these people are so confused because why is this nice girl waiting for a guy from here? She gets yelled at a little bit by one of his friends. He has to defend her, but it's a close call because no one realized that she was waiting for him.
Even then, later in the day, she waited in the bakery well past closing time just to apologize. Just to do that, to have the patience to wait for someone for that long, is very adorable. She tries to deny cake that his mother offered her. Her stomach growled because she was obviously hungry.
They're talking, and it's nice, but then he tells her something he shouldn't have said. They shouldn't hang out because he goes to the Chidori, the poor school, and she goes to the rich school. And it just wouldn't work. This is when she responds to him that when she found out that he goes to the school, she was happy, and she leaves. Upon realization that his whole life he has been looking at this school across the street, such a different world that he'll never see, that he has been treating her with the same prejudice that he's been treated with his whole life, and he punches himself in the face because he insulted her, and he goes and waits in front of her school to apologize. And this is just, it just gets cuter by the second. I'm starting to love this show. She gets embarrassed when he's apologizing to her, she falls down, and then she jumps right back up.
And then they reintroduce each other, saying that she's Waguri and he's Rintaro, and they're gonna be friends now, so they exchange phone numbers.
The sports festival is coming up, and Rintaro and his friends can't participate because they're dumb, and they need to pass midterms to go. So, they lock in. Rintaro tries to invite Waguri into the bakery, but she declines because she's too busy. So, Rintaro and his friends go to the library to study. While his friends walk away and he's sitting by himself, he stands up and leaves his seat for two Kyoko girls, and they actually acknowledge him, and they're not super prejudiced of him for once. After this, he went to the Waguri studying downstairs, and he sneaks past her, very poorly.
Waguri sees Rintaro's back and follows him outside, where she finds him laying down on a bench and approaches him.
Like a homeless man.
Yeah, he wasn't even doing anything. Taking a nap. While they strike up a conversation, Rintaro starts finding out stuff about Waguri that he didn't know before. Like she has a part-time job and she actually isn't rich like other Kikyo girls. She also works harder and sleep deprives herself to do more. Rintaro asks Waguri to help him study after learning about her scholarship. Waguri agrees, obviously, and she brings up her two friends, which we only saw one earlier, so the second one's gonna walk up right now. This is Subaru, Waguri's silver-haired friend, and she's actually really she's racist.
Yeah, everyone's racist here against these other school people. After this, Rentaro's friends show up, and Subaru tries to defend Waguri from Rentaro's friends, and he also tries to defend Waguri from his friends. And this is where she acknowledges that he's actually a good person and not a piece of crap because he goes to a different school. Later on, we see Rentaro at home and Waguri at home, and they call. He asks her, hey, can you talk to me more like your friends, more normally? And just like sending a risky test, he is questioning what face she's making, how she can react to this ball game right here. He doesn't notice, but she is smiling from ear to ear. She is happy. Oh my goodness, warms my heart. You know, not one freaky thing on this show.
That is the introduction to the show. That is how the show starts. But now we're gonna dive into the manga. We have our professional Waguri expert here, Ghost / Milkman Jr.
I'm not Milkman Jr.
Yes, you are.
But I am the professional here, though.
Okay, we have some questions for you, though. Who is Waguri?
Waguri, she's the best. She's the best girl ever. You can tell by my profile picture. She's a 17-year-old student at the school, even though she looks like a middle schooler. She's really short. She loves cake. She loves anything sweet. And she's the main love interest for Rintaro.
Okay, what makes her so liked?
She is the most pure character that comes by. She's pure and genuine. She's shy, a little awkward. That's what makes her so likable because she's so relatable and cute.
When did she start dating the main character?
One of the biggest reasons I love this anime is because they start dating really quickly into it. At chapter 10, she realizes that she likes him. And then chapter 35, they already have the confession scene. Unlike some other things like Rent a Girlfriend, chapter 375.
Damn, she says no.
Is there a limit to her nearly insatiable appetite?
No, there's not.
Why did you write sexist at the schools is one of your talking points?
Because the schools, even though they're right beside each other, we got the rich girls school and then we got the poor school, which is for boys or whatever. They hate each other for no reason. Like the girls can be walking by the boys and they just get this nasty look in their faces for no reason. And I'm pretty sure that's because of the teacher, because in chapter 144, Rintaro, he's just sitting down and then the teacher walks by and then she just calls him like he's poison to the students in the school. She hates them.
How smart is Waguri compared to Rintaro?
Waguri, she is the smart of the smart. She has a scholarship to the school. She needs to keep her grades up, and she is an absolute genius. And then Rintaro, he's stupid. He's real dumb. He's the dumbest of the dumb.
Them together makes the average.
Final thoughts.
Waguri is just the best person ever. There's no reason why you wouldn't like her, and then she's just the best. She's pure, perfect, perfection at its finest.
Waguri makes us want to be better people every single day. Watch this anime, read the manga, and you will see that she is perfect. She is the pinnacle of womanship. That's sexist.
I don't know. Join our Discord. Link in the description and in the comments. Subscribe or get touched.